Hi guys. Sorry, I'm going to the gym, so I just threw my tank top on. I just wanted to show you, I have this enormous zit. It's not okay. So I want to show you how to cover a pimple. I'm using my concealer brush, okay, and I'm going to take the edge of the concealer brush and I'm going to feather it. So the problem usually when we talk about covering pimples and things like that is, you see that? It just like, it erased, okay? So the problem usually when we talk about covering pimples is that people will take their concealer and they'll just pat, 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 and it'll be a big glob of concealer and the skin around it is so concentrated with concealer that it doesn't cover. But when you're using a brush, and this is the concealer brush, when you're using a brush, it picks up the dead skin around that pimple because most of the time there's an eruption or something around it that's not healed. You need to also pick that up and make sure that all that has a little tiny bit of concealer on it so that it just covers that discoloration. So using a brush, okay, getting enough concealer on it to just cover it, and then feathering it on very lightly, kind of like an eraser, will give you enough coverage to cover your pimple. You don't need to pat, pat, pat a bunch of concealer on to cover that blemish. Okay, so now I'm just kind of concealing in through here. And the same thing with under eye concealer, where you're kind of defeating the purpose when you just take it and put it on. You like my sound effects, right? With a brush, you're kind of feathering in between those lines, and trust me, I have a lot here. Ooh, I got another pimple. So when you put too much, that's when you see creasing and stuff. So you don't want that crease. So if you feather on the concealer, you're not going to get concealer in the creases over here. And then it won't look dry and cakey. So, and I always put concealer on last because there might be some fallout from it. See how it covered that? Isn't that great? Sorry. Easily distracted today. You might get some fallout from your shadow or whatever you put on. And I always put my concealer on last because then it kind of looks like I have a little bit of a highlight too. So, lessons in concealer done. Have a great day, ladies.